on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today's video, we're going to be covering the 5 things that I'm going to miss the most after I sell this Colorado ZR2. Now, if you guys don't know that I'm selling this truck, it's because you're not subscribed. 95% of you guys that have watched the videos are not subscribed to the channel, and that's a shocking number, right? I didn't think that would be that high. I checked that on analytics. So if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I really truly would appreciate that. Hit that like button as well. If you're gonna watch the videos, you might as well subscribe to the channel so you can get updates on when I upload videos. Unfortunately, I've been pretty busy lately, and I have not been able to upload as regularly as I usually do. It's been quite a busy time for me at my day job, and it is what it is. We won't go into that, but yes, I am selling the truck. And the real 2 reasons I'm selling the truck for is because I want to do even more off-roading than I've done with this truck. So I'm getting a side-by-side. And I also want to replace my wife's car, and I want to get her a BMW X5. The X5s can tow basically the same thing that the Colorado can tow. It's a diesel X5. Obviously, I'm going to buy a diesel one. And I'm going to be able to delete and tune it very quickly and easily. It's going to be good power, good mileage, very comfortable. It's very difficult to tune and delete this ZR2 currently, and for me, the V6 ZR2, the V6 Colorados, not really for me. It's either V8 or diesel for me when it comes to trucks. That's just my opinion. All right, so let's get into the 5 things that I'm going to miss the most, with the first being the thing I'm going to miss the absolute most, and that's this truck suspension. So where I live is northeastern Pennsylvania. It's a great place to live. However, the roads over here are not that great. I go into Jersey a lot. I go into New York City, or I used to at least. I used to go to New York City, and driving through Jersey, New York City, and Pennsylvania, you'll notice these roads are terrible. And there's many reasons for that. I mean, there's many excuses, but let's not go into that in this video. The main reason I got this truck was to be able to drive it on the winters and be able to, take care of the bumps and scrapes that a regular commute would take. And this truck's suspension absorbs all of it, from crawling through rocks to attacking the sand dunes to taking these twisties extremely fast for a truck. I mean, I have terrible tires for turning with the Wrangler Duratrack tires. They're great for everything else. They're not designed to turn quickly. They're not, the sidewalls are not stiff enough for that. Thank God they're not. But it absorbs all of the bumps, all of the scrapes, and then when you're turning, it flattens up. And that's because the DSSV spool valve shocks that this truck has are incredible. They're the best part of this truck, bar none. They are the best thing that this truck has, and honestly, that's what sold me on this truck first to begin with. DSSV spool valves, this shock technology can really not be found in many other cars. The ZL1 1LEs, all the ZL1 1LEs have the DSSV spool valves. This is F1 technology. Yes, I'm talking about Formula 1. So the race cars use spool valve technology, which is similar to what's used here. It's the same company. So knowing that, it's a great truck for turning. It's a great truck for basically everything. I'm going to miss the suspension the absolute most. Now, the next thing I'm going to miss is honestly the engine. It's a little 4-banger, right? But it's diesel, and I like the way it's kind of small and it's kind of mighty, in my opinion. It's been able to tow a ton. I tow my race car in an enclosed trailer, never going above the 5,000 pound limit, of course. But and you shouldn't either, of course. But when I do, when it has towed, we've towed it from Pennsylvania to Kentucky and back, to Connecticut and back, and there really has been no issue. The engine and transmission combo in this thing are amazing. Some people say the transmission is a little clunky. I never really had a problem. It's a truck. I don't care about that. So no complaints there. The engine, though, it's a gem. It's a workhorse. And the fact that I know that these same engines are used basically in Thailand and other pickup trucks that last basically forever. These diesel engines last for a long time. They've been around for a very long time. Developed out of Italy, believe it or not. And that sounds bad, but it's actually really well done. Nothing wrong with this engine at all. The only thing wrong with it is the emissions crap that the US government forces the car makers to put on there. Now, I know I'm not going to get into an argument, but I feel like the US government is overreaching. I mean, what's a couple of diesel trucks when you try to delete and tune them? If I want to personally do that, get out of my face, right? So anyway, let's not go down that path. I'll start ranting. But needless to say, the engine is amazing. I'm gonna miss the little mighty engine, the little mighty Duramax that this truck has. This next thing may surprise some of you, but I'm actually gonna miss the overall comfort. And part of that is the suspension, but the rest of it is the interior. The ZR2 comes with leather interior, very, very nice air conditioning. I've never had an issue. It's got really good Android Auto and Apple CarPlay integration. And honestly, this is like one of the best I've ever used. I've used Hondas, I've used Acuras, I've used Audis. BMW's garbage when it comes to phone integration. Garbage, like absolute garbage, no matter how new you get it. But this Chevy has got it. I mean, this thing's super easy to use. Android Auto has never failed me on this truck, ever. It's been always on, never a problem, never a audio issue. I've never had a quality issue. It's just an amazing truck, and not just the Android Auto, it's the seats as well. These seats are super comfortable, and just overall being up here in the truck, it's got a higher level. You could see farther out, and I'm able to manage the speed and kind of the flow of traffic because I'm able to see basically over everyone. Right now in front of me I have a regular Colorado, and I'm able to see over him because this is that bit taller, right? It's only a couple inches, a few inches here and there, but it matters when it comes to a point of view, a vantage point. So I'm gonna miss that a lot. It's just so comfortable and easy to drive this thing, and it's just the overall feel of this truck. I know I'm never gonna get it back until maybe one day I replace this with another truck, or I'll buy another one of these trucks again. Who knows what the future brings. So we're finishing up here. We have 2 left. And the next thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna miss the tires on this truck, the Wrangler DuraTrack tires. Now, I did a full review on that. A bunch of you guys saw that and enjoyed it, and I appreciate again you guys subscribing when you do that. But the long and short of these wheels of tires are that these are really good tires for everything except for maybe extreme off-roading or extreme rain, or if you're trying to turn and trying to take this truck into a sports track or a racetrack. I've taken the ZR2 on the racetrack. This ZR2 has been on Kentucky's National Corvette Museum racetrack, NCM Motorsport Park, and I think there's a video floating around in my YouTube of me in this truck doing that. It was an awesome time, but the tires don't do well there. However, in the snow, for the off-roading that I do, it's not crazy off-roading. It's, you know, regular, decent off-roading, and I do, you know, trails and things like that. It does really, really well in the snow. No problems at all. In normal rain, no problems at all. I say really heavy rains it has problems, but I think every tire in really heavy rain is gonna have problems. I'm talking about like slight hydroplaning possibly. Some people complain that when it rains and the ground is wet, these tires don't have that much grip. What they don't realize is that these tires don't have much grip to begin with. And they're not designed really for grip. They don't have grip in mind. Of course they're gonna grip on turns, things like that, but if you're trying to put down all the power to the rear wheels without locking the differentials, one tire's gonna spin. It's just the realities of it. Not a big deal at all, and especially when it rains. This amount of torque is going to spin those tires. No matter how easily you think you're taking it, as soon as you tip it in, it'll spin it, especially in the rain. Don't worry about that. I've driven this car so much in the rain. I mean, it basically has rained for a year straight in 2019, and unfortunately it's affected my race car builds, but that's all right. I'm going to build a workshop, so and I'll document that as well as usual in my channel. I have actually 2 channels. I have an outdoor channel as well. You can subscribe to that down there. It is a modern outdoor living channel. I have a skid steer and all that stuff. It's all good. But yeah, these tires, really recommended. I think I'm going to try to get these same tires on the X5 when I do replace this truck. It should be fun. It should be a good deal with those tires. And again, these tires, love them. Final thing I'm gonna miss is really the look of the ZR2. It's got a pickup bed. I kind of like that. You know, nice pickup bed. You can see it. It's got the blue with the black contrast. The white with the black, the blue with the black, and the red with the black are my favorite colors for the ZR2. Every time I park it and I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, that's a good looking truck. People on the street seem to really like this truck. They look at it, they give me a thumbs up sometimes randomly. It's a very unique looking truck. It's pretty high up there for a truck. It's kind of narrow actually. It's not as wide as, you know, a half ton size like an F-150 or Silverado or something like that, but it just really looks I think it's the best looking truck in my opinion. From the front, certain angles it looks a little awkward, but as a total package, it looks like a serious truck for people that want to use a truck as it should be used. You know, take it off road, take it into the farmland. I have 21 acres in my house. I've taken it back into my backyard so many different times I can't even count. I've rescued my ride-along mower a few times. If you're on my Instagram, and I'll put the Instagram down below as I usually do. If you're on my Instagram, you'll see it that this truck has saved my little zero-turn mower a few times because I have a bit of a mud issue in my yard sometimes, and I don't really see it all the time. So like I said, this thing has just done so many things, and every time I look at it, every time I see it, especially when it's dirty, I mean, it just looks awesome. So yeah, those are the things I'm really gonna miss about this truck. I am, however, looking forward to the future, as I should be, and it should be a good future, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you really do like it, be sure to subscribe. I do make a lot of videos. It's just that my timing is not always consistent these days. I hope to one day get back to a consistent timing, but life is crazy, right? So we'll get there, guys. We'll get there, guys. I always appreciate the OG guys on there. Let me know if you're here in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. You guys do that for me all the time. I've been doing videos for like 3 or 4 years now. It's been fun. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.